one of Washington's premier jazz trios. Listen, these guys are so good, they're jazz ambassadors. So they're not just in DC, they're world renowned. I'm Byrd Waters in Studio A today with EBT. That's the Eric Byrd Trio to you, if you didn't know. We're about to bring you the sound. Waters, and you're listening to the sound from the Eric Byrd Trio. That was pretty cool.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here.
Well, wonderful to be here in DC, but you're used to being in DC, right?
DC is our home field. This is where we get down. DC is where we do our thing.
So you can be pretty comfortable. What kind of mood are you about to put us in?
I think midweek kind of a church service. We kind of do jazz, gospel, blues, and we just kind of put it in a big stew, and then we serve it like gumbo for folk. And so that's where. So it's not really Sunday morning, but it's kind of like
Bible study
Bible
on
study,
Wednesday.
night prayer meeting.
Okay, you had a rough day. You're about to relax us.
We're gonna visit the sick and shut in. We're gonna do all that stuff.
Well, amen then. Can you describe EBT in one word?
Intensity.
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 Well, I'm ready to feel intense. I'm already getting a little bit hot. Is that conflicting with the church?
No,
the church
no.
mood?
Intensity, passion.
I think DC is all about intensity and passion.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Eric Byrd. Let's get ready for the Eric Byrd Trio. What song is this you're about to perform?
Ain't That Good News.
Ain't that good? I think we need some good news.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Put that on the paper.
All right. I got a home up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I got a home up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, shoulder up my cross, take it home to my Jesus, ain't that good news? I got a crown up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I got a crown up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, shoulder up my cross, take it home to my Jesus, ain't that good news? home up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I got a home up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, shoulder up my cross, take it home to my Jesus, that's good news. I got a crown up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I got a crown up in the kingdom, ain't that good news? I'm gonna lay down this world, shoulder up my cross, take it home to my Jesus, ain't that good news? Take it home to my Jesus, ain't that good news? Take it home to my Jesus, ain't that good news?
Thank you, EBT. Well, they said they were going to put us in a church mood, but I kind of felt like dancing, and it wasn't a holy dance. So you definitely want to stick around, learn more about the Eric Byrd Trio. They're going to join me over on the couch. We're going to talk. We're going to get into their business, see what happens when they're on the road and not just here in DC. We'll see you back here in just a moment on The Sound. Welcome back to The Sound. I'm your host, Byrd Waters, mixing up in the studio today with EBT, the Eric Byrd Trio. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Great. Doing great.
So EBT, I kind of got hungry. I thought about the car. Do people get that confused?
Every once in a while, it's funny. Sometimes we get pictures. People send us, hey, in the grocery store, I saw EBT. Right. That's kind of funny.
So your shirts don't say like EBT?
No,
okay,
no,
cool.
no.
So how did you guys get together?
Oh, that is a good question. Well, I met Bhagwan, I met B about mid-90s. We were on a gig together.
Okay.
And I was very impressed by his commitment to the music. He was a very serious young man, even though we were young then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was playing in another band, and I made the drummer mad. And I think
How did you make the drummer mad?
It's really it's a long story.
Make it short.
I'm come to the game with your money. Come with your money. I put my money in. Put your money in.
Yeah, that can make things
I'm sorry,
difficult.
did I just slang that? I went somewhere else.
You're being so DC right now.
I know. Let me just go. So we had a disagreement. And so we were looking for another percussionist.
Okay.
And then a saxophone player, a friend of mine, Mr. Howard Byrd, said, you know, this guy that came to town, he just came from the jazz school, and Al played, and inside of maybe 4 seconds, I thought, yeah, that's the baddest cat on the planet.
That's all it took was 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Very convincing.
Yeah. Well, you heard him. I mean, he's bad.
Really,
Yeah.
for real. Do you guys kind of freestyle when you're performing too? I noticed that. I was like, does he do that every time? Like,
I think so.
It can be pretty loose.
okay.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, we've known each other for a long time. So the best thing about the group is that you're making music with your friends. So we kind of almost finish each other's sentences now. We've known each other a very long time.
Oh, so who's like the Beyonce and the Kelly and the Michelle?
Oh, wow.
If you guys were Destiny's Child.
If we were Destiny's Child, I wish they would get back together. I really like it. I wish they would just do one, like a tour or
Like
something.
Beyonce, where are
Yeah,
you?
but
Eric Byrd
like-
Trio wants you guys to get back together.
So B is probably Michelle.
Okay, well, who's the high maintenance?
High maintenance. Al.
No.
It's somewhere in this area. Our manager April is saying somewhere this way.
Okay.
Well, we're both kind of high maintenance, but Al is kind of high maintenance. A little high maintenance.
So you guys have been doing music for such a long time. Were you band nerds back in high school?
Gosh, you asked me to remember high school.
I was a heavy metal guy.
Heavy metal.
Were
Okay.
you a heavy metal guy?
I was pretty involved in the band. I can't say I was a nerd, but
Oh, I was a band nerd, so it's okay.
See, in my high school, we had a very good music program, so it was like cool to be in the band. It was not like the concert band was not necessarily the coolest thing, but like the jazz band was very hip because they were very good, and we've done bands, and then we pursued it beyond that, college, that kind of
So
thing.
is jazz kind of all of you guys' favorite kind of music, or does somebody like secretly listen to Kanye on the way to the shows?
I think we probably listen to a bit of everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think the musical environment just informs what we do. So it comes out jazz, because I think jazz might be our favorite expression, maybe. Actually, that's a very good question. We never really talked about it. But I think jazz is our collective expression. But we listen to a lot of different music because all of it kind of informs how we do what we do.
So you could literally be listening to like Taylor Swift or like Fetty Wap, and you'd be like, oh, I could put that in this song.
In a way, I might pick slightly different artists.
Okay.
But in a way, yes. I mean, I'm a minister of music at a church. Al does guitar at his middle school. Bhagwan owns a business where he has to be somewhat proficient on a lot of different instruments. So a lot of things inform us.
And church is like a party sometimes too.
Church is
Once
great,
the Holy Spirit
especially
takes
my
over.
church. St. John Baptist Church, Columbia, Maryland.
Okay. There
you go.
9055 Tamar Drive. Look out, y'all. That's what we do. 3 services, 8, 10, 15, 12 noon. But you didn't ask me that. The point is.
So we're going to be at church all day.
All day, girl. But no, we're timely. You pick the church service you want to come to, girl, and we'll be there.
So you do church, you do the middle school.
Yeah.
You have a business. But sometimes, you got to have like kind of a sexy mood to set.
Yeah.
Does that get conflicting?
No. I mean, we're still thinking about Prince. We're still thinking about Prince. And I saw on the television, someone was talking about how Prince had this great way of combining his sexuality with his spirituality. And it's really not that far apart.
Yeah.
Not in a graphic way, but just in a kind of a love way. And when you're making music with your friends and you love what you do, and then you have that connection with other people. I mean, it's really kind of a beautiful kind of synergy experience.
Is there something that you want to do? Like, what's on your musical bucket list? Because you never know when that time's going to happen.
Good question.
Gospel, blues, and jazz.
All in one?
Yeah.
That's the
Mix
bucket
it all
list?
up.
That's what we do. We kind of
Okay.
just came from that.
And to create our own voice within that sound.
We always want to be different. There's a lot of great musicians and a lot of great jazz players that have mentored us, that we love, that are in the area or whatever. But when we put this thing together, we wanted to be different. We wanted to be able to pull from our roots, but create music like a Prince, like a David Bowie, like some of the great artists that were just following their artistic path and not really swayed by trends. They set trends. So we always look at the musical landscape and we say, okay, if everybody's doing this, what can we do that sets us apart?
Okay.
And so we
You don't want to
think we're on
blend
that
into
path.
that crowd of the big jazz songs and they all sound the same. You can play them all together. They
right.
sound like one long song.
Right.
What is your favorite jazz song of all time?
Of all time, gosh, that's a really good question. You got one, Al? My record is Kinda Blue, Miles Davis.
That's mine.
Yeah, really?
You just stole his. That's not yours.
No,
Kinda Blue.
actually, I was just listening to it last week.
Yeah, Kinda Blue. That's the Miles Davis record that has some of the greatest seminal jazz musicians that ever lived on that record. And it came out in 1959, I think. Close
Okay.
second to me, though, is Love Supreme, which is Train.
That's up
No,
there.
you have to pick one that's not one of those.
You have to
or
pick a
you really
different
did
one.
steal it.
I like the Oscar Peterson trio with Ray Brown
Okay.
on the bass.
Yeah.
That's swinging.
Yeah.
DC is so flavorful
Oh, yeah.
and into music and art. So this is a great place to be, even though you guys do travel.
Sure.
What's your favorite DC staple?
Oh, Ben's Chili Bowl for me. I mean, Ben's Chili Bowl.
I like Ben's Chili Bowl, but I feel like a little sick after.
Yeah, but see, it's a good sick. It's a good
Speaking
sick.
of Ben's Chili Bowl, I know you have a Donnie Simpson impression. I know you do.
You know,
because
people-
you sound like him a little bit.
I just walk up behind people on the street on U Street and I just go, PGC 95.5, Donnie Simpson. On the
Well, he
morning-
ain't on
morning
that
side.
station no
I know
more.
he ain't
So-
on that.
so
He's
cool
on
he-
2.3 now. But I used to just walk up behind people and do that. I never thought about it until people brought it to my attention. So it's just kind of
well,
funny.
thank you so much. Not only sharing your music with DC and making us so flavorful, but going around the world. You guys
Yeah.
travel, you're jazz ambassadors for real.
Yeah.
And you got some cooking on Christmas. You do the Charlie Brown band.
Yeah.
Do you have a little tree in the background when you do it?
We do.
Oh, yeah.
A little
It's
struggle
funny
tree?
enough, we do. We actually do. We have a
Yeah.
little tree to blanket.
They auction it off after every show. We get a new one.
Yeah, my kid comes up and sings Christmas Time is Here. It's really funny. It's turned into a great show.
So do they actually think that you're part of Charlie Brown?
So sometimes
Probably.
the little kids come up to us and ask us some really interesting questions, but it's just been a blessing. It's been great to do.
Well, I'm definitely, thank you for your service. Keep doing what
Yeah.
you're doing.
We've got a new web page, a new redesigned web page, which is
Ooh.
ericbirdtrio.com.
We're going to Chile, hopefully.
Okay,
in
we can stalk you on
September.
Instagram too?
Yo, all that stuff. Eric Bird Trio, Instagram. Eric Bird Trio, Facebook. Eric Bird Trio, Twitter.
EBT's in every grocery store.
All over, yeah. Every grocery store on the East Coast, West Coast.
Okay, well, when we come back, the Eric Byrd Trio once again is going to give us another, jazz transformation. We're going to turn the studio into a jazz party. So stay right there. You don't want to miss it. I'm Byrd Waters. For more of the sound, stay right here. Studio A is the house of jazz today because EBT's in the house. That's the Eric Byrd Trio here performing on the sound. I'm Byrd Waters here with Eric Byrd. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. Great to be here.
So I heard that you got a lot of your influence from your dad.
Yeah.
And you told me you got a 13-year-old son.
Yeah.
And a few others. Are you going to make them a mini jazz group too?
No, I just want them to love it. I just want them to love the music, and they're listening to all the stuff that kids are listening to now, but I will put them to work in a minute. If I see one of them stick out there and I can retire, I'll do that in a second.
The stunt double of all time.
I mean?
So you said they listen to other music. How can you guys reach that age group? The millennials, they're trying to get artsy and jazzy too.
Yeah, sure. I think you just have to follow your truth. I think you just have to be an artist and just follow your truth. And I think people are attracted to artistry. I really do think that. I think people really will provide an audience for things that resonate with them.
All right, what's the next song you got for us?
We're going to go down to New Orleans a little bit. We're going to
Okay.
do a little jazzed up version of St. James Infirmary.
You guys really want me to keep dancing. I think that's what it is. Take it away.
All right.
Here we go. I went down St. James Infirmary. Saw my baby there. She was stretched out on a long white table, but had a DOA sticker in her hair, but let her go, God bless her. Wherever she may be, she can look this whole wide world all over. Never find another man like me, but she said, when I go, want $10 gold piece on my eyelids, and Lord, I want loaded craps in my shoes. Want those desperate characters around, yeah. Wanna hear Eric and B and Al play the low-down dirty blues. It was a cold black night last December, and 12 black hustlers were out on Battalion Street. Yes, they were. Those cold black hustlers were all dressed up in leather. They were moaning and groaning outside the St. James Infirmary. And I went down St. James Infirmary. Saw my baby there. You know, she was stretched out on a long white table. She got that DOA sticker and it was in her hair. So you know what I did, B? I had to let her go. I had to let her go. God bless her. Wherever she may be, she can look this whole wide world all over. Never find another man like me. She'll never find another man like me. No, she'll never find another man like me. Here it is. Never find another man like me.
Thank you, EBT. And thank you for being my date today for the Jazz Club. That's where I feel like I just was. I'll see you right back here next time on The Sound. Meanwhile, catch me every morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on The Fam in the Morning on 93.9 WKYS. See ya.